Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. In this video I want to talk about Hitman Absolution, which I wrote a preview article on. Link is in the description, go and read that because I touched in a lot more in that article than I will in this video because I can't remember what I wrote about, so if I keep looking at the screen it's because I'm reading what I wrote. Anyway, irrelevant to that, a few weeks ago I was up in Sydney and I played the first couple of hours of the new Hitman Absolution game, and let me cut the bullshit and tell you that if you have not pre-ordered this game, you are crazy, and let me tell you why. I'm a hardcore Hitman fan. I've played all of them, even the crappy first one on PC. I've played them all. And I know, because I thought this, and I know a lot of other people who are hardcore PC fans, Hitman fans, such as myself, we all thought, shut the fuck up all the time. We thought that Hitman Absolution was going to be dumbed down, casualized, it was going to be, you know, a lot more accessible to new players. And while it is accessible to new players, there is no way that it's been dumbed down at all. Zero. Trust me, I played it, I died, I fucked it up a lot. It's not easy, it's still hard to play, obviously depending on what difficulty you put it on. But we all thought that it was going to be way too easy because of the new Instinct mode. For those who don't know what Instinct mode is, you tap the right bumper, I believe it was, and it's very similar to the Batman detective mode. You can see enemies, you can see their little paths on the ground of where they're about to walk and where they're going. And more importantly, if you're wearing a disguise and you start to get noticed, for instance, I was wearing a police outfit and police came up to me and they saw through my disguise, you tap the bumper and he puts his head down and you can just walk easily past them. That is, while it makes the game, it doesn't make it easy at all. It's still a hard game to play, but it irons out those little annoyances that the original Hitman games had, where there were, you know, if you fucked the stealth part up, you had to reload a save and all this other kind of stuff. This gives you leeway in that, and it definitely makes the gameplay a lot more fluid. So yeah, what I played, the first level I played was the way that Hitman presents itself. All the other previous games, I'm sure you've known because you've played them. All of a sudden, you boot up in where are some of the locations? I'll go off Blood Money, for example. The first mission in Blood Money is in a Mexican. Is it Mexico? I don't know where it is. Some wine vineyard thing that is a drug creation thing. You idiot. A drug lab as well. So you finish that, you get on a plane, and then the next thing you know, you're somewhere else in the world with no explanation of how you got there, why you got there, and all this other kind of stuff. This Hitman game is there's a word for it, and I can't remember it. It's fuck. What's the word? Can't remember the name of it, but it's. Oh, shut up! You get me all flustered. But shit. Streamlined. That is the word I was looking for. Streamlined. So what happened is that I had to escape a burning hotel room. This is a few hours in. And to do this I had to get on a train. Well, it streamlines it so that when you get off that train it starts the new chapter. It's not like, oh, you got on a train, you exit the level, 6 months later here you are on a boat in the Mississippi. No, it's all in like one synchronous thing. It's hard to explain, but you'll understand when you play it. And it's important because it adds a lot more to the story and the characters, which is the characters in the story are going to play a big part in this game. I can tell you that right now. I'm not going to talk about the story or the characters, A, because I can't, and B, because it would ruin the whole experience, and I don't want to do that for you. But it's really good. It's really good. Gameplay wise. Let me just go on a bit more about that. So not every level is, here's a target, kill him. There are levels like that, which I'll get into in a minute, but one level was purely get out alive. You didn't have to do anything. Another one you had to kill someone and get something and then get out alive. So it's not just kill someone, end the mission, start a new one. It's a lot more streamlined. So, one of the first levels I played was you had to assassinate the king of Chinatown. And you're in Chinatown and there's thousands of like NPCs because they have a new technology now that allows them, I think the guy said a little under 1,000 characters they can render with their new technology. And you had to kill him. And there were so many different ways to do it. It's crazy. So, like I said, I was looking for different ways. He was taking a walk near an open shaft that I could push him into. He was eating food that you could easily poison. There were remote control explosives. There was a sniper's nest. You could drop something on him, all these other kind of awesome things. But the way I got to him, as I saw his parked car, nudged it, and that set his car alarm off, waited for him to come, snuck up behind him and slashed his throat, and then dumped his body in a garbage container thing, a dumpster. So that was how I played that level. There's a lot of leeway, there's a lot of ways to do things, and if you're new to the game, there's a challenge mode, and in that challenge mode it has poison him, snipe him, do all this other kind of stuff. I can understand why they did it, but it kind of takes away the freedom of finding these methods out for yourself, although in saying that, it doesn't force you to open that menu, it doesn't force you to do any of the challenges. But for those who don't know how to play a Hitman game properly, you will appreciate that, believe me, because if you've never played a Hitman game before, you're going to get the shock of your life on how to play it, trust me. But the game looks really good as well. It sounds really good. They have dynamic music, which they've always kind of had. So what dynamic music is, it changes depending on what you're doing. So if you're going guns blazing, it's going to be a lot more upbeat than normal. David Bateson is back doing Agent 47, thank God. So yeah, so what I played of this is amazing. And if you haven't pre-ordered it, you're crazy. I cannot wait to play it even more. So, I'm running low on battery, so I better wrap this up. So, it comes out November 20th for Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC, I believe. So, it's definitely worth the purchase. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Au revoir.